My name is Adrianna Gugliotti, and this is my informative speech on cyberbullying. Imagine living every day in fear. Every time you look at your cell phone or open your laptop, you are being attacked. You wonder who has seen this message and how far has it spread? Words can hurt. Hearing hurtful words repeatedly with no escape can be life-threatening. This is a very real issue facing our adolescents today. They are being bullied in a new and modern way. It is called cyberbullying, and it affects the young people in your lives. Cyberbullying in adolescence is a new phenomenon of serious concern with growing access to technology. The confusion over what it is and seriousness of the impacts can make finding possible solutions challenging. First, let's look at what it is and what it is not. In an article called Cyberbullying, an exploration of bystander behavior and motivation, it defines it as any behavior performed through electronic or digital media by individuals or groups that repeatedly communicates hostile or aggressive messages intended to inflict harm or discomfort to others. The Asian Journal of Psychiatry, in an article called Bullying, a New Social Menace, defines some criteria for what cyberbullying is, though not all need to be present. It is deliberate or repetitive behavior involving a power imbalance. In traditional bullying, this power imbalance might be dependent on strength or size. However, in cyberbullying, it can be related to popularity or the knowledge of the technology being used to bully. There are some differences between cyberbullying and traditional bullying, as well as similarities. Both types of bullying bring harm and threats to the victim. Cyberbullying is different in that it provides anonymity. The cyberbully can hide behind a screen and even hide their identity from the victim. The speed at which information can be spread can also be different in the cyberbully. The bully can be anywhere at any time with little restriction because of technology. This is also a new issue with little research because there is little known about it, but it is expected to increase in adolescence as technology becomes more prevalent. Parents and peers can take this issue lighter than traditional bullying, and you find it easy to write off. Also, cyberbullying comparatively relates more strongly to suicidal ideation. Now that we know what it is, let's look at the impacts, which are broad and negative for everyone involved in the bullying transaction. As far as the victim, there may be no physical harm that can be seen, but there is emotional damage, which is harder to see. There's a feeling of not being able to escape because the bullying is so accessible. They may withdraw from school or have falling grades because of their lack of concentration. Their mental health may suffer, and they can have psychosis, low self-esteem, high stress, depression, and even suicide. The bully also experiences severe consequences that can lead to dangerous behaviors. They are at higher risk for delinquency, substance abuse, and relational difficulties. They experience higher levels of stress and symptoms of depression as well. Their grades can fall. They tend to smoke and use alcohol. They're more likely to have psychological problems and thoughts of suicide. Seeing how dangerous these impacts can be, let's propose some solutions now that we know the impacts involved. Parents can be key for both bullies and victims. The Pakistan Journal of Psychology says that with growing influence of the cyber world on their children, parents too need to widen their parenting skills. They need to keep up on technology that their child could be involved in. This includes social media, internet, and cell phones. An atmosphere of sharing is very important to create for parents. This way, the adolescent can be more likely to share their online activities with their parents. Parent-child bonds become increasingly important not only for victims but bullies as well. It has been shown that bullies have parents that tend to use harsh behavioral practices, and those are then taken out their frustration is then taken out on their peers. The parent needs to take the issue seriously, and the child will be more likely to report any abuse. And lastly, paying attention to your child's online presence and being honest in that approach, again, fostering that openness and sharing. The role of the bystander can also be an important part of the solution in preventing and reporting bullying. The bystander has a choice of being active or passive in their reaction to this offensive material. They can either pass it on or delete it. It has been shown that the reaction of classmates and peers is important to how the victim copes with the bullying. The Kiva program is a program that increases awareness and empathy in the role of the bystander. There are certain strategies that can help the victim. As an educator or school faculty member, we can take all reports of cyberbullying seriously and have a zero tolerance policy in place. Intervention for the victim can help the victim deal with overwhelming emotional effects. We can encourage the victim to cut off communication with the cyberbully. It has been shown that confronting the bully can worsen the situation. Encourage them to change mobile numbers, block the bully, or change online profiles. Counseling and emotional support is very important for dealing with feelings of depression or suicide. In her TED Talk, Trisha Prabhu talks about warning signals that we can give to bullies to think twice about their negative behavior. Her program is called Rethink. She's created software that sends a warning message when there is offensive material that is about to be sent. It is called Rethink. In 93% of the trials, the sender would not send the offensive message after seeing this message. It has been proven effective in preventing bullying before the damage is done, and this is huge. She is now working on taking it global. We all have adolescents in our lives, and they could be falling victim to cyberbullying on any given day. In an article about bystander motivation, it reports 20 to 40% of youths have reported being victims of cyberbullying. If you are a parent, that could be your child. And the effects can easily go undetected. With counseling, educating parents, studying bystander behavior, and using these warning symbols to prevent the long-term emotional damage caused by cyberbullying, we may be able to save the life of someone you love.